All right, buongiorno, good morning, Big Rich, early morning business. I can't stop. I got a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and you know how we do, right? Salute to everybody. Good morning. There will be a Friday morning freestyle live in a little while. But let's get right into some business. This article was sent to me by my boy Dan Supreme early this morning. And let's get right into it. Joseph Gambino, mafia ruler of New York City's Garment District, dead at 83. By Jerry Capisci, by the way of the New York Post. Salute to Jerry Capisci. We already know, ganglandnews.com. Much respect to Jerry. Always on his job. Let's get right into business, as I say. Gentlemen, while your feet on the rug, throw some smoke in the atmosphere. A little wake and bake episode. Let me know what you're partaking in this morning. Like I said, Gorilla Glue. You already know how we do. Salute to the whole team. Let's go. Joseph Gambino, mafia ruler of New York City's Garment District, dead at 83. Again, by Jerry Capisci. Joseph Gambino, the easygoing son of Mafia Don Carlo Gambino, who became a millionaire businessman thanks to his father's crime family clout, but who steered clear of the rest of the family business, died of natural causes last month at the age of 83. Gambino and his older brother Thomas were longtime owners and operators of numerous Garment District trucking companies. The family's chokehold on the trucks that filled the West Side streets where the city's rag trade once thrived was so total that competitors who tried to park their own rigs risked flat tires, or worse, according to local officials. Unlike Thomas, Joseph Gambino never became a made man of the mafia. Dropped out of New York University in the 1950s and began working for Consolidated Carriers Corp., the trucking company that would have a virtual monopoly on the Garment District deliveries until 1990, when the Gambino brothers were hit with state racketeering charges. During a 2-year investigation by the office of then Manhattan District Attorney Robert Morgenthau, Joseph Gambino told an undercover police officer who was interviewing for a job that the company had 2 rules for its employees: no drugs and no stealing. And if he was caught stealing, Gambino warned him, "We don't call the police, we take care of it ourselves." Following an undercover probe, during which the state police ran a sewing shop and planted a bug in the ceiling of Joseph Gambino's office. Joseph, then 54, and brother Thomas, 61, were charged with enterprise corruption and 52 counts of larceny, extortion, coercion, and restraint of trade. The charges carried prison terms of up to 25 years upon conviction. The investigation was the launching pad for the little-known assistant DA named Elliot Spitzer. It was not a penny ante case. By the end of 1989, according to evidence compiled by the DA's office, the brothers controlled at least a dozen trucking concerns that had grossed about $70 million in the previous 3 years. About $50 million of that revenue came from deliveries to and from sewing shops, of which some $22 million was profit. In November of 1989, when the DA's office had obtained enough evidence for a search warrant, the ceiling bug picked up Joseph's opinion of what investigators would conclude when they went through Consolidated Carriers' books and records. Quote, "They're going to say to themselves, 'Do you want to know something? These fucking mafia guys really run a solid business,'" unquote. In February of 1992, after 3 weeks of trial, the Gambino brothers threw in the towel and walked away with a pricey, for most folk, but not for them, no jail plea deal. They pled guilty to a single count of illegal restraint of trade, agreed to pay a $12 million fine, and get out of the Garment District trucking business forever. The manager at the Avioli Funeral Home in Brooklyn's Dyker Heights, who declined to give his name, took a vow of omerta about all things pertaining to the death of Joseph Gambino. We know he is survived by his brother Thomas, 90. All right, so first of all, salute to Jerry Capisci, of course, ganglandnews.com, by the way of the New York Post, though. By the way of the New York Post. So salute to the whole team. Mob Story Season 2, you know how we get down. See you guys in a while, right? Enjoy the rest of your morning. Get some nice coffee, a little espresso, throw a little smoke in the air, huh? Friday morning, we made it. It's still a lockdown in the city. The numbers are rising. We'll talk about it later this morning. I heard California's on complete lockdown. I heard that Italy has surpassed China as far as the number of deaths from this virus. So, of course, all of our prayers and positive energy go out to Italy. I know I got friends over here, the Panzini family, the Caminali family, the Fabrizi family. I know they're very worried about people back home, their cousins, their relatives. So I hope that everything works out and the numbers start going down in Italy. All right. Salute to everybody. Have a great morning. We will talk soon. Don't forget 9 o'clock Friday morning freestyle. You know how we get down. Salute.